Deep beneath the ground, in the heart of China's Shanxi province, lies one of the world's most astonishing archaeological discoveries, the Terracotta Army. Created more than 2,000 years ago, this army was meant to guard the first emperor of a unified China, Qin Shi Huang, in the afterlife. But its story is not just about statues. It's a legend of power, ambition, and remarkable feats of engineering. Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China, was an extraordinary figure. Born in 259 BCE, he became the ruler of the Qin state at the young age of 13. At the time, Qin was located on the western edges of what is now China, but through skilled generals, strict laws, and an efficient bureaucratic system, it evolved into a formidable military powerhouse. In 221 BCE, Qin Shi Huang achieved his grand vision. He unified all the warring states and became the first ruler of a united China. Yet unification brought him no peace. The emperor was obsessed with control, not only over his empire, but also over time and eternity. He feared death, and this fear became the driving force of his life. He sought the elixir of immortality, dispatched expeditions to search for magical remedies, and welcomed Taoist alchemists to his court. However, unwilling to rely solely on magic, the emperor decided to prepare for eternity in another way, by constructing a massive mausoleum to secure his power even after death. Construction of the mausoleum began as soon as Qin Shi Huang ascended to the throne. It took around 40 years to complete, employing more than 700,000 workers, including soldiers, craftsmen, and laborers. This colossal project included not just the mausoleum itself, but an entire underground complex with palaces, rivers of mercury, and, of course, the Terracotta Army. The Terracotta Army was designed to protect the emperor in the afterlife. It consists of over 8,000 soldiers, 130 chariots, and 670 horses. Each figure is unique, with distinct facial features, hairstyles, clothing, and even expressions. The warriors are life-sized, ranging from 5'9" to 6'6" tall, 175 to 200 centimeters. Great attention was paid to detail. Even the soles of their shoes were meticulously crafted. Creating such figures required exceptional skill and technology. The statues were made from terracotta, or baked clay. Artisans sculpted individual body parts separately before assembling them. Afterward, the figures were painted in vibrant colors, though much of the original paint has faded over time. The warriors were also equipped with real bronze weapons, such as swords, spears, and bows, showcasing the advanced metallurgical techniques of the Qin era. The Terracotta Army was not just a military force. It embodied Qin Shi Huang's vision of absolute power. The emperor saw himself as more than a ruler. He was a divine intermediary between heaven and earth. His mausoleum was a microcosm representing his entire empire. The Terracotta Warriors were meant not only to protect him, but also to affirm his status as a godlike ruler even in death. However, the creation of this army came at a great cost. The immense expenses for building the mausoleum and army placed a heavy burden on the people. Qin Shi Huang passed away in 210 BCE during one of his many expeditions in search of immortality. After his passing, instability emerged throughout the empire, and the Qin Dynasty declined just a few years later. The mausoleum was buried under layers of earth, and the Terracotta Army disappeared beneath the sands of time. For centuries, its existence was almost entirely forgotten. Legends of the underground tomb were passed down through generations, but the exact location of the mausoleum remained a mystery. It wasn't until 1974 that a group of farmers digging a well accidentally unearthed fragments of clay figures. This marked the beginning of an era of research into the Terracotta Army. After the discovery of the Terracotta Army, archaeologists found that Qin Shi Huang's mausoleum was only the tip of the iceberg. The complex spans an area of over 56 square kilometers, much of which remains unexcavated. The central burial mound, where the emperor's body is said to rest, has yet to be opened. Researchers are cautious, fearing that excavation could damage the ancient artifacts and destroy the vibrant pigments that remain preserved underground. Scientific studies have confirmed many of the legends surrounding the tomb. Soil analyses around the burial mound revealed high levels of mercury, consistent with ancient descriptions of rivers of liquid metal within the tomb. Additionally, numerous miniature models of palaces, weapons, and other objects have been discovered, items meant to accompany the emperor into the afterlife. Today, the Terracotta Army is recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the greatest achievements of ancient civilization. Research into the site continues, with each new artifact adding detail to the story of the Qin era. The warriors have become a symbol of engineering and artistic brilliance, as well as a reminder of the immense cost of ambition. The Terracotta Army not only teaches us about the past, but also prompts reflection on the future. It serves as a reminder that even the greatest empires and rulers are subject to the passage of time. Yet, through his army, Qin Shi Huang achieved what he sought his entire life: immortality in the memory of humankind